Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to DJ Chark's Fantasy Snapshot for 2020.
Up in preseason. Here's one for the end zone. Chark, he's got it. Touchdown, what a throw.
In 2020, the Jacksonville Jaguars and DJ Chark will be facing a group of teams that last year gave up 548 fantasy points to receivers in PPR, 13th most in the NFL with 13.7 yards per reception and 15 touchdowns on average. Breaking down his receiving, Chark has not the receiving pattern we're looking for. Sure, he has more targets deep right than left, which is nice, but that 36% to the short right is not that interesting, especially as we look deeper into his trends. We'll see that this might not be the best place to throw him the football. Furthermore, the catch rates are a bit all over the place. 70% short left is nice, 68 short right isn't bad, and that 77 deep right is flat out amazing. But then we look at the other zones, 22% deep left is not acceptable. Lastly, his yards per reception are underwhelming in the short zones. 9.3 is alright short right, so that's something, but his most productive zone has barely any targets and a below 60% catch rate, not trends showing a potential superstar. The opponent that fits his trends the best is the Detroit Lions. They gave up 9.2 yards per catch, and opposing receivers had a catch rate of 80% in the short right zone, so be sure to start him in DFS for that game. I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. DJ Chark's one-game floor is 2.3 points and ceiling 21.7 based on all the games he played in the league. He is more of a ceiling guy than a contender for stable scoring in PPR. But as we look at the likeliness of him scoring above the ceiling and booming, he has a decent 1.2%, while his bust risk below the floor is very low at 0.2, meaning he will almost never be below 2.3, which is good. His touchdown rate last year was 6.8, a great number, above league average, but not high enough to warrant concern for negative regression. Based on my market share study, I have been projected for 125 targets and 87 receptions in 2020, and this is actually what I like most about him. There is opportunity there for the taken with Gardner Minshew as his quarterback. What I was talking about before is again showcased here in his usability chart. He had some fantastic big games where he was above average of a wide receiver 1 for that week, and a lot of games where he was below the wide receiver 3. The situation breakdown shows that he doesn't really change too much depending on the situation. This is his only reliable area of his game. Sure, there is a small difference between playing against good or bad defenses. That is very common amongst wide receivers, so I'm not that concerned. DJ Chark only saw 10 red zone targets in 2019, and with those targets he scored 3 touchdowns, which is good. With 17% of his team's red zone targets, he's not reliant on red zone targets for touchdowns, which is also a good thing. Very versatile, but I would like to see some more targets. The average risk of him not scoring above 10 fantasy points last year was 52%. This is a fantastic number for a guy like Chark and really ends the video with a positive note. Based on his current ADP of 62nd overall and all the numbers I laid out in this video, I give him a draft grade of A. I'm not in love with his receiving trends, but you gotta go for the upside with the Jaguars. They have a terrible defense and lacks receiving talent. Chark is very cheap, all things considering.
Minshew has time again. Lofts one up, touchdown! DJ Chark!
Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.